In this video I'm going to show you how to set up a rollover pop-up image, and to do that we'll need to go to the Tools menu, click on the Rollover Image Assistant, and that'll open up the Rollover Assistant dialog box here. Before we get started, we'll click on the Advanced tab just so we can see the preview and have the size option here. I'll show you what that's for in just a few seconds. The way this works is this is the image that will always be displayed as the default, which you can see over here. It's the yellow button. The second one is set up as a rollover image, so it'd be the image that shows up once the mouse goes over it. In your case, you said you wanted a thumbnail with a larger image that pops up, so to accomplish that we'll need to make these two images the same, because we're required to have two images to have the pop-up feature work. So we'll make these two the same to have an identical thumbnail, and then we'll set up the large image here. So before we get onto that, let's double click on the first layer. We'll select the picture that we want to show all the time. So let's go to pictures, just pick something random. And we'll pick the same thing for the second one. And now we'll need to add a third layer to set it up as a pop-up image. So click on the first box in the third row, click on the Add Image Layer button, and now we'll just double click on this and add the large image that we want to have pop up. I'm not sure if these are large images or not, but we can change the size of it later. So click Open. We'll also need to double click on the pop-up column here. So now when you scroll over the image, the large image will pop up underneath. It doesn't show it in the preview, it just shows a little box that says pop-up to show you where the large image will show up. We can also change the location of that too after we get the basic setup done here. So the next step would be to add the link to your e-commerce site. It should automatically be on Internet Web Page as the link type. If not, you can just select it out of the menu. Then type in whatever address you would want here. I'll just put in PayPal as an example. And this will allow you to open the address in a different window or tab depending on the web browser, or you could leave it unchecked and it'll just open the e-commerce site on the same page. I would assume if you're selling a lot of images, you would want the site to show up separately so that way they could buy several different pictures or whatever. I mean, it's up to you. So then click OK. Before we leave this, I'll say that these two images have to be the exact same size in order for this to work. So Web Easy puts in this size feature here, and it adjusts the size of both of these at the same time. So if we wanted to reduce the image to that size, it's also got to be careful to maintain the same aspect ratio. I don't remember exactly what it was, so I'm just kind of guessing here. It looks pretty close to the same. The reason they give you this is it changes the size of both images at the same time, like I said, and then after we exit this screen we can't change the size on the actual workspace. We'd have to go back into this menu, so it's always easier to set the size up here first. Click OK, and then this is the full setup, and it's grouped. You can tell it's grouped by the diamond shaped handles here. Now before we preview this, I'll show you how to change the size of this pop-up image and to change the location. So once this whole group is selected, we'll left click on the individual image itself to select it, and then we can drag the handles to change the size. to whatever we want, and we can just click and drag to change the location. And if we click off, it'll regroup it in that configuration there. So at this point, the pop-up image is set up and the link is also set up on the smaller image. So we'll go ahead and preview this to try it out. And as you can see, it pops up, and then you can click on this thumbnail, and then it'll open up whatever web page you want. Just remember that you can't resize this thumbnail the same way that we resize this one. So if you have to, you can always click on this whole group, make sure it's the whole group that's selected with the diamonds on the outside. Go to Tools and go back into the Rollover Image Assistant, and it'll pull up that individual rollover pop-up image in here, and then you can go ahead and change to whatever size you need. Then click OK to apply the changes, and then you're all set.